Hey, it's me, Cursed Plague Doctor. I am ranking object shows. I had to make a tier list thing for this on Tier List Maker. I accidentally included the same object show twice, so we're going to make sure you can't see that I made that mistake. By just showing the tier list area itself and not any of the object shows below it. Woohoo! That means you'll be surprised when an object show randomly pops up. Who cares? Anyway, hi. This video's taken a long time to make. I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to. I've been ill and busy with college work. But it's okay, we're here now. I took suggestions from the comments as well as just myself. And we're tier listing, so let's do it, okay? Let's go. I'm just going in the order that these are at the bottom, even though you can't see them. We have Animated Nanette Belle, which is going straight into that B tier, baby. I know lots of people like this object show. I am not one of those people that really like it. I think it's okay, it's fine. It's a middle ground object show. It's not offensively bad, it's not good. Well, it's good. It's a good object show. But it's not great. And that's why it gets a basic B tier. There's some nice moments, there's some good character moments, some nice art, because it was a PowerPoint object show. I think it still is a PowerPoint object show, but now it looks less like a PowerPoint object show. It's good stuff. I just don't super care for it. Then we have the entire BFDI series, which, as much as I wish I could put it in A or S tier, it also goes in B tier for having some of the worst moments in object show history that are just that bad. Mostly post-split BFB. I had to make an entire video on why it sucked. Which is why it sadly can't be in A or S tier, because there's a lot of good stuff in BFDI. Pre-split BFB, really like it. Maybe not like the first few episodes, but after that it got really good. BFDI and BFDIA, they were solid. IDFB existed. Teapot is great, and I hope we see more of it someday. Teapot itself is like S tier, I love it so much. But sadly, we have to put it in B tier for it just being not the greatest. Burger Brawl is... I don't like it. I watched the first episode of it, it's probably more. But I don't care, because I didn't like it. It's animated nicely, the voice acting is fine, there's too many meme sound effects, it just reminded me of a joke show without it being a joke show, and it wasn't even funny. So I'm sorry Burger Brawl fans, I don't like your show. Not funny, didn't laugh. Then we have GMTM, which seems like it's gonna be a good show. I watched the first episode, I actually saw it when it first came out. It just appeared in my recommendations. Good on you, YouTube. And it was quite nice. It's animated by a bunch of different people, and you can tell, because the style changes quite a bit. But I don't mind, it was still quite nice. The voice acting was fine, the story was cute. So, you know, it's solid, good stuff. Moss gets to be our first A tier from being really nicely animated with some good characters. And it was just nice, I enjoyed Moss quite a bit. A lot of people seem to really like Moss, so good on you, Moss. You're kinda weird, but I still liked you. Object Invasion is what people like talk about when they mean like the most standard object show ever. That's what B tier is really for, it's just for object shows that exist. And you know what, Object Invasion? You exist. You weren't really good, but then you got slightly better, and you weren't the most offensive thing ever. Unlike an object show that I'm not going to be ranking, because we already know that it would go into Z tier, because it sucked. I think you all know which object show I'm talking about, and you should totally guess in the comments, because it'd be really cool, and yeah. Anyway, Object Invasion, boring, but fine. Inoffensive, mostly. Orb. I love Orb. It's got one episode, and I love it. It's also got a short. It's character driven, it's cute, so cute, man. It's so nicely animated, and it's got some really good voice acting for the characters. It's not S tier because at the moment there's one episode and basically no story. The story is introduced at the end, but it's cute. It's different from every other object show, because currently there doesn't seem to be a competition. That might change. But you know, cute stuff. I like all the characters. We all know what this is gonna be. It's one going straight into the S tier. What a surprise. I know this is a surprise on anybody. I don't need to explain why one is S tier. I have a million videos on it already that you can watch right now instead. Go watch those videos instead of this one, please. If this video gets more views than my Why Was One So Good video that I uploaded before this, I'll cry. And I'll record myself crying, because that video had so much effort put into it. But anyway, one. Great stuff. Cheesy, man, I would give you a hug, or a high five, or whatever you want, if I met you. You're so cool. Here, high five, mate. Kill me. Yeah, one. Then we got RTTMOT, if I can remember. I did just watch it and I already forgot. I don't count this as much of an object show because it's got other things than objects in it, but it is a competition-based show, and man, it was so confusing, but also really good. I really like the animation style, the voice acting was quite nice, the characters were there, some of them are a lot weirder than others, but it was good, it was a good weird. Good on you, RTTMOT, whatever your name was. I liked you. The Mini Object Show is somehow an S tier next to one. And I know I literally mentioned earlier, I think, about the fact that joke shows aren't my favorite. But goddamn, I liked it way too much. It was so funny to me. Square Rocket, funniest host ever. He even beats Vegan Gains from Thanos, which I forgot to put on this tier list. Thanos gets an A tier, even though I still like joke shows. I don't know, man. If you've got good characters and nice animation, I don't really care. It was so good. Anyway, Mainly Object Show. So funny. If you're funny, then I don't care if your animation or anything else sucks. Which the Mainly Object Show has good animation. Like, damn, there's a lot of talent going into this show, and it's just minute-long episodes. It's so good though, I really like it. Nightly Manor, I wish I could give it an A tier, but I can't. If I was only reviewing episode 5, it would go in S tier. But the first 4 episodes really bring it down to a B, and that's kind of sad, because it's got a great story. I love the story, but the writing, it just, it's not very good, man. It's really poor in some places, especially with the character writing of Sketchpad. I don't like him. I know there's so many Sketchpad fans, but he isn't for me. He's a joke character that literally only has jokes and references in such a serious story. Like, it takes me out, I'm sorry. But if he wasn't there, it would probably be an A tier or S tier. I'm sorry. I laughed at some of his jokes, I swear. I can't, man. Village of Objects gets a C for being an object show. That exists. I watched one episode of it, and then another episode of it that was like much later on, because I realized that the first episode sucked, like most object shows, so then I skipped onto like a much later episode, and it was still just a object show. The animation and voice acting got better, but not by that much, so yeah, it's kind of boring. It was just boring, I'm sorry. Yeah, the game show gets an A tier. Yeah, baby! I remember really liking this show. I don't like it as much as I used to, but I really like some of the characters. They're just a lot of fun. So, good on ya, yeah, the game show. You were good. I think it might have got cancelled. I don't remember. But who cares? One of the characters, I forgot the name of it, was like a Kirby DS game or something. I liked them. They were my favorite. Inanimate Insanity. They get an S tier, even though the first season gets a C tier. The second and third seasons are S tier material, and I don't want to rank it down for having a crummy first season. because it was good. I love Unlimited Insanity. I'm surprised I haven't made a million videos talking about it. But yeah, Unlimited Insanity, mwah, great stuff. I love it so much. I haven't actually seen episode 11 of season 3, so I hope that's good. I haven't seen it yet. I'm lazy, apparently, to watch a show. It was good though. Paper Puppets Take 2 is good. I actually really enjoyed it. I hadn't watched it before making this video, but now I have had to, of course, watch it since people suggested it. It's also one of my friends' like favorites or something, I think. But well, it's good. I really liked it. It's cute. I like the characters. There's some really good characters in this show, actually. So yeah, good on ya. CFM. Whatever stupid thing is called CFMOT. Kufmot. Is a Russian object show that is really not good in the sense of the people that made it. They suck, which is very a shame because, man, I love this show. I love it so much. I don't know what they're saying, but man, God, I love it so much. I wish the creators weren't poopy heads. I don't know, man. I really love this show, and it would have been an S tier if the sad controversy literally had to bring my enjoyment down while watching it. Because man, I love this show. I love the characters of goddamn Lightbulb. I love Knifey, the two hosts whose names I can't pronounce, of Yoshka and whatever the other one's called. They're great. I like Kursan, who again, I'm sorry, I can't pronounce words. I like the Sock, the Plug. I like all of these characters. They're so good. And they have an Among Us reference. Man, what more could you want? Non-controversial creators, please. Great show, but goddammit. And my last show in my list is Open Source Objects, which goes straight into B tier. Notice how nothing went into D tier? That's because I didn't want to put any garbage shows on here, because I didn't want to offend anybody. This is why certain shows that people suggested were on here. Some of them I just didn't care to watch. They could have been great. Some of them were Battle for Grandma, which is a joke show that isn't funny, that I didn't want to put on here, but if it did, it wouldn't be very high up. But also, I actually animated for this like twice a long time ago when my animation sucked. It still does, so yeah. Also, it's just a big thing full of people, and I had the really controversial person of Lauren, who was a character, and he got eliminated like first. It's so funny. But yeah, Oso is a show that exists. If it wasn't animated by like a gazillion people and had a bunch of people working on it, then it would just be another object show. But because of that element, it gets elevated slightly higher for just being a massive collaboration project. But there we have it. In my opinion on object shows. I'm sorry if I didn't include the show that you guys suggested. I don't want to record very long because I'm still sick, like I have been for the past month. But here it is. Thank you for like over 900 subscribers. We're so close to 1,000, which, you know, it would be nice to hit it by the end of the year, but because of how much I've delayed this video, I don't think it's gonna happen. But that's fine. I've had a lot of fun. God. I've also, my Patreon, it exists now. You can go subscribe to my Patreon if you want to support me. I'll put it down below. I've also got a Discord that I'm opening, which will also be down below. So hey, you guys should go join my Discord. It's nothing special, but you should join it. And also, if you have money, you should support me on Patreon. To buy medicine for myself, because oh my god, I'm so ill. But it's not for that, I swear. It's just support me, only if you want to. Obviously, if you don't have the money, don't do it. I don't want to just take your money. But yeah, this is my object show video. I'm still sick, even though I'm a doctor, and I'll see all of you in my next video, whenever the hell that'll be. Goodbye.